Hello and welcome to this episode of Star Trek Reliant. I am Duncan Idaho, your GM for tonight, and assorted characters. We bring you part 3 of our adventure to Norfolk, which on a whim has become a 3-parter episode. I'm joined by our usual cast and crew tonight, so let's go ahead with introductions, starting with our mad out of time DB Wells. We've got our science officer, Grawl.
As well.
We've got our security officer, Chorog.
Sir, I'm picking up a strange transmission, something about a small world.
We've got our robot friend, Kara Junrani.
Insert power cable here.
And we've got our chief engineer, Rick Tier.
I would have something witty, but I don't have anything witty, and I'm not witty, so this will just be me rambling on for a little bit till it gets rather awkward, and then I just suddenly be quiet.
The Family Guy approach. And then we've also got our XO and CMO, Eli O'Connor.
Coming live to you from Duncan's hotel room. I'm the kind of... Not like that. Not
I was
like
say that sounds so unwholesome.
We just staying across the street from my house.
Yeah.
I was going to say something funnier than that. Damn.
Oh, no, that's good, though. That's good.
What I was going to say was, I say, I'm not political, then 2 drinks later, I say, nuke Arasaka Tower.
Alrighty. So, as a recap for what's been happening recently, we had a shore leave on Earth in preparation for our mission to DS9, which encountered some adventures. A little bit of stuff in Detroit. We have a lovely picnic over in Norfolk. A lovely ride on a steam train, which has taken us... Sorry, I just had to sneeze there. Which has taken us on a deeper adventure into a mysterious jamming signal coming from the depths of the Erie countryside in Norfolk, where our intrepid crew has found a ruined priory school slash monastery, just a religious building of some kind, probably last used in the 17th century, if that. And it's starting to storm, it's a bit spooky, it's night, your crew has crashed a shuttlecraft, you got a strange man wearing a yellow jacket who calls himself Kevin, who seems to know Eli. And yeah, you found a hatch leading down into the depths below this ruined priory school, where the signal seems to be coming from. And with that, let us begin with Nick. Eli O'Connor. So, last episode, you found something in the bushes.
I did find something in the bushes, that's correct.
It was a small fox.
It was.
It was a baby fox, not like you're taking away from its family. It's just starting off on its own, but it found a group of people and he's found a friend. So you found a friend.
He lives with me now.
Big D approaches you.
All right.
What do you do with the fox?
I'm just holding it.
Just holding the fox straight up?
Holding it like a baby.
Holding it like a baby. Big D approaches you and says, "Ooh, young Eli, I see. Is that your son?"
He is now.
Interesting. With a face like that, I have some suspicions of who the mother would be, but it would be impolite to,
He's adopted.
Oh, I see. So, yes, he looks like a fine, strapping lad. May I pet him?
Sure. He's got a brother too now. I have another fox. I have 2 foxes now. This is my second fox.
You have 2 foxes?
The foxes in the forest are free. You just take them home. I have 2 foxes.
I did not know this. The Queen has betrayed their confidence again in not telling me this infernal secret. Or not infernal, it is great beneficiary. Hold that fox tight. Hold your son tight, for he will see you through dark times ahead. Now, I see your friends are going down the hatch. Shall we join them?
Yeah, you look like you got something on your mind still, though.
Oh, I mean, there's quite a bit of mystery here. Like, oh, this facility, old ruin. It is a bit mysterious. Could be some dark forces hiding here.
Could just be the bog. Could just be backed up.
It would be one mighty bog to block out, to block up the pipe so much that it would start jabbing communications with Starfleet.
I would say that by this point, Kara has looked over at the two while talking and just jumped down the hole.
Setsa calls in afterwards. Hey, wait! I need some help. The equipment. She points down to her like overly impractical gown. It won't fit.
There's a shout coming up that simply goes, "Take it off!"
Okay. So, like, she's sort of debating, like, taking off the whole thing or just trying to, like disassemble, like, what she can of it. Like, tearing it off. Does anyone volunteer to help besides Kara, who's jumped down the hole? Also, DV's down the hole, too. He just marched down last episode.
Rick looks to see if he's got some kind of strapping or something on him and then offers that to tie everything down as an alternative.
As an alternative, so you're making Setsa a sausage and tossing her down.
Well, yeah, like just sort of dropping her down, yeah.
Setsa says, okay, Rick's got a solution, but Kara, can you catch me?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So Rick, I'm going to have you for making things could go easier or harder depending on how tightly Setsa's wrapped up. So I want you to do a control engineering roll to assist Setsa with her costumery. And then Kara, once that is done with, we'll need a control security roll from you. Or daring security if you want to catch her in style.
They're both the same.
Game. So, I don't think I've got any focuses that would apply here.
Improvised explosives.
Well, that's not.
That's only
not
if you want Setsa to explode at the bottom.
Okay,
All right,
so
one
one
success,
success. Yeah, complication.
All right. And then one success from Kara. So, Kara, Rick has done an adequate enough job at, like, bundling up Setsa. She jumps down, but the bundling doesn't hold, and her gown just starts to, like, expand out and, like, blot out what residual light's coming down. So at the last minute, you're unable to see. Go ahead and give me an insight security roll. Complication 18.
At the last minute, I'll just switch over to heat vision since I've got that.
Okay, so you got heat vision. So you then catch Setsa, who is quite a bit like she's just jumped down into darkness and is hoping to be caught, but was still a little concerned. So she just kind of lands like, thank you, Kara. I hope that's Kara.
It's Kara, says Daniel from off to the side.
You can't see down here, can you?
No, my eyes don't do well in dark.
I've got a flashlight. Hold on a second. Kara sets it down and then gently takes her hand and wraps it around a flashlight that she gives her.
Setsa begins to look around, but before we get to that, we back to Eli and Kevin are approaching the hole, and Kevin puts his arm around Eli and says, "No, listen here. We are encountering dark and mysterious forces, and to that end, we must be on alert, even those you know may be part of a great conspiracy. So, yes, definitely keep your eyes out, young Eli."
Dad definitely did say you lived your life in a bit of paranoia.
Quite a bit. I will say, well, your friend Daniel there, he is a man consumed by his emotions and thoughts. He had a glorious moment of epiphany when pulling the handle of the choo-choo to make the toot-toots. But he is, as I say, consumed by thoughts, consumed by something. It could be thoughts of betraying those he knows. So must keep an eye on him.
Daniel? Nah.
And that Rick here, something is off about him as well. Keep your eyes out.
Wait, what's wrong with Rick?
At that point, Kevin jumps down the hole.
Yeah, no, Rick is lost in thought right now. Rick here, he is examining the hatch, just wondering if it's how easy for people to close and lock them inside the hatch on the outside.
So the hatch, like, it basically looks like it might have some locking mechanisms from the inside out, but it really doesn't look too secure. There's probably ways of just rigging it open. Looks like it's probably designed to more appropriately seal up really well, but it's not like against, say, like contaminants getting in rather than intruders getting in.
Okay, so if worst comes to worst, they'll just phaser it.
Yeah, like it's something. It's like, yeah, this is something that I can use, like, or just like have Kara punch through,
All
or
right,
even
well,
JB. He could probably smash it off.
then Rick will properly climb down. He won't jump down. He will climb down.
What is Grawl doing?
Gro is going to sigh, seeing everyone hang down, and attempt to jump down the hole using his feathery arms to kind of glide down and cushion the fall.
Give me a control security. Did that come through?
I think he needs.
Yes.
No success, one complication. Grawl, your feathers are wet. They do not work very well. You begin to plummet.
Ah!
Can Kara roll to catch him?
Yes.
Control security again.
Yeah.
2 successes.
You're able to set is, well set aside at this point. You're not going to bumble into her, so yeah, you're just able to just gently catch Grawl with 2 hands, cushion his fall, and it's very nice.
Thanks,
Offhandedly, as she's holding him, she just says, "You're very warm. I can see."
Thanks. I thought I was going to fall into Sitza.
No, she's over there.
She's looking down at the flashlight while it's still on. It's sort of illuminating her face from below as she's like examining the controls while also being illuminated.
What is this, scary story hour?
Oh, I want to see how this works. I need some light. So I'm using myself.
Eli climbs down the hole with the fox.
The fox is looking around at people and goes, "Well." Eli has a fox.
Fox has joined the group.
While people
I've
are
adopted him.
while people are going down the ladder, Daniel's just kind of started looking around a bit, scanning for life.
Okay, so what you find in this room is basically just there's a large British flag, just opposite the ladder. So you basically step off the ladder, turn around, giant British flag there.
Giant Union Jack.
Yeah. Then to your left, there's a single doorway into a smaller room. The room is otherwise bare. It's just concrete, painted a bit.
Am I getting any life signs on the scanner that I scavenged off the crashed ship earlier?
Nope.
Wall's too thick.
No, basically at this point you're getting a lot of interference from the jamming signal. There might be nothing, but it also might be just completely obscured. You do not get any signs, but it's also hard to tell if that's like a negative or you're being jammed.
Okay.
So yeah, like Graves joins you guys, and your group is now complete. You've got one room to go into. Do you go in together, or does someone take the leap first?
Can I peek behind the Union Jack?
It's painted on the wall.
Okay, never mind. I'm not going to try and peek behind paint flakes.
Kara just turns the flashlight on her rifle and just steps through the door into the room.
Rick T has one of those like floating light things that stays sort of hovering just over his shoulder, like the ones that they have in the Fleet Action on Star Trek Online. Just a little floaty light.
As you start moving into the next room, you hear behind you just the sound of like something's like snipping, and then a whoosh. And there's a soft amber light has illuminated the room. Big D is holding a torch. Like a full-on medieval-style torch.
Is he still wearing a shirt?
Yes. He has not disrobed.
Okay, I was just trying to figure out what the torch was made of.
The torch is made of torch.
It's made of
Stick
wood
and
of some
tar.
kind. Stick, tar. He must have had it under his jacket.
A portion of the painted Union Jack is mysteriously missing.
No.
he's scraped them off and burning that. The queen didn't tell me about the foxes. I will exact my revenge. I could have had foxes this whole time. That's what he's thinking as you all step into the next room and a light starts to flash, like at the ceiling, just like, and then there's just a soft, like halogen light illuminating the small room. It's painted blue on the inside with a white floor, with little grates around the edging of that floor. You see a small bench on the side of the room, and then the door behind you begins to close.
Kara just looks back at it closing and says, "Are we worried about that?"
Yeah, Rick
What
will
was that?
step in to block it.
Okay, so go ahead, Daniel.
Sorry, I was gonna say, does this seem like it's some kind of, like, decontamination procedure, like, starting?
Yes, you are very put in mind that like this looks like someone cobbled together a decon procedure. This is like this type of thing would be not out of place for what you're expecting. If this is like some kind of facility, if they're expecting, say, that hatch is pretty well reinforced. From your point of view, like it kind of makes sense that this is kind of some kind of bunker. Like, hey, you've got like a fallout protection on a hatch above, and then you got decon in here.
Okay. Daniel says, huh. It's old, but it looks like the decontamination protocols are still running.
So, Rick, you're still like holding the door at this point. It's starting to
Yeah.
force though. So you could try to like do something mechanical to prop the door open, but if it's decontamination procedure, it could mess that up or trigger a failsafe.
Kara
Yeah.
once again repeats, "Are we worried about that?" gesturing to the door.
Does Daniel have any reason to believe that we should be worried about that?
No, not unless you think that some of the chemicals might be a bit iffy after all this time, but like, yeah, that's the only thing that would cross your mind as being a bit iffy.
Obviously Daniel's not a specialist in this type of thing, but like, would Daniel know what kind of chemicals might be used for this type of setup?
Like, basically just things to wash off radiation, like, and just clean off pesticides. It's just caustic chemicals and cleaners.
Alright,
I mean, it's designed to be used on people. Can't be that caustic.
No, it's just like over time it could degrade, but it's still like, don't drink the stuff. That's where you're at right now.
It means like if poison expires, does it get more poisonous or least poisonous? Think about that.
Daniel says, if the sprinklers start to go off, just try to close your eyes and your mouths. Just try not to let it go inside of you.
Alright,
Kara
Just to
looks
be
at him.
safe.
Right. I won't swallow any of the mystery liquid.
I mean, you're allowed to. You're a synth.
You just
Rick-
want to see what happens.
yeah,
Daniel is
Rick's,
mostly looking at Chorog.
Rick's just sort of confused, not getting any real indication of anything, any orders.
Rick,
So,
so Rick, it's basically, you're at a point of like, okay, it's probably fine. You took the initiative to start like trying to like block the door. You can easily pull that back.
yeah, so he will just sort of like step away, sort of controlled, not just releasing it and then perhaps getting slammed against the wall, but sort of positioning himself to slide away, and let it close.
So it closes, and you start to hear a cheery jingle in the background. It's like just playing off of a really tinny speaker, and it's just some sort of miscellaneous, not quite elevator music, not quite Saturday morning cartoons music. It's just someone in the British government was commissioned someone to make this, just to make this a little bit more pleasant of experience. And yeah, one of the 4 sprinklers in the ceiling starts like dripping some of the chemicals. And at this point, Kara, it does smell really delicious to a synth.
Part of me is thinking the tone is just like the NPC. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
Something
Alright.
along those lines.
Yeah.
Kara turns and just locks eyes directly with DB and Eli, and then goes over and just kind of sticks her tongue out to catch a drop.
It's good. It's kind of like you notice it's a bit chemical, and of course with a synth like it tastes a bit like pineapple. And for your synth body, it would be able to process exactly what chemicals these are, exactly like it's not pineapple, but the effect is basically like pineapple. Like as in like you might want to take a sample and you can make a good synth drink out of it.
Kara just suddenly recites a very long and complicated chemical formula, and then at the end says, "It tastes like pineapple."
Daniel just
That's a
like
little-
rate. Oh, sorry.
What was that, Daniel?
I was just gonna say Daniel raises a finger to say something, then just shakes his head and says, "Well, of all the people who could drink it, you probably are the one."
Setsa like starts moving over, but then like Graves puts a hand on her shoulder and just pulls her back. And then at this point, though, it's like, "Thank you for your patience. Please enter at your discretion." And the door to your right starts to open. Chorag, you want a sip? Okay. Like, there's some still pouring out. Everyone's kind of like got their eyes on the opening door, and the specular's still running, just like dripping out a little bit at this point. So,
All I can think is that time Chorog ate a cigar and was fine, Kara tried it and wasn't, and this is just going to be the reverse of that.
all right, Chorag. So I want you to give me a fitness medical roll. Complication range 16.
Daniel
I'm sure you can
looking
eat a
at
cigar and be fine now.
Daniel looking at Chorog like point blank, saying not to drink the strange liquid that comes out of the sprinklers. 5 seconds later.
Don't tell me what to do.
Chorag, yeah, that's a medical. Okay,
Oh,
one success. You taste it. It tastes like soap. It's not good, but it doesn't have any lasting effects. Like, it's not something that you feel is messing with your body. It's just like you're drinking soap.
Charles takes a sip. Like it tastes like laundry detergent mixed with pineapple juice. It's just a very, very odd taste. Charles just kind of shrugged his shoulders. "Meh, I'll throw some in some venom, see what happens."
And at that point, the way ahead of you is open.
As
So
yeah, Rick's gonna start send forth and just looking at any of the electrical, like the speaker box or sprays, anything that seem to be that, and he just sort of says, "I'm surprised there's still power after what this was the 17th century building, perhaps rejuvenated a couple of hundred years later. It's been at least another 300 years, so surprised everything's working after that."
No,
did you say 17th century?
I mean, the Priory was. He said 17th century and then renovated a couple hundred years later.
Wouldn't
I
it have,
thought he was talking about down here. Like, this is definitely not 17th century.
wouldn't it have to be like 1200s or so? Because I think didn't the fat guy in charge of the country at the time have a disagreement with some guy in a dress?
Might
forget
be
the funny
older than
hat.
that.
I remember there's a funny hat.
There is a funny hat.
what I want to see the funny hat, says Setsa. Does anyone have
Uh,
pictures of the funny hat?
Here, hold on a second. It's Eli, he takes out his pad and he brings up a picture of the Pope. I imagine the Pope probably still exists, so there's probably still a current Pope. It's Pope Jordanicus V.
He's right. He's Rigelian.
He's right. Oh god. Oh no.
So it makes sense.
Pope,
And
Pope,
the Pope has the Pope hat just has a ring around it.
Pope Corky the First.
Wait. No. Acklet. No, that's bad. No, sorry.
Daniel says, all I know is if it was made before the 1950s, it was probably built to last. Anything after that is up in the air.
Can Goro determine when this was last used, whether it was from World War II or World War III?
I mean, the fact that the doors are still working, And the fact that there's like a computer controlled system with like recordings, definitely this is not World War II. Like there's automation here,
So World War III.
quite likely. If you know that much about Earth history, though, as in character,
I was about to say he would.
yeah, as the xenoanthropologist. So this is probably to you at this point, this is a World War III bunker.
This seems to be from the Third World War and post-atomic horror. I'm surprised it's in this good of a shape.
Well, you'd know more about that than I would. And Daniel starts to walk out of the room.
Inside, you hear shuffling to your right.
Well, actually, one thing real quick.
Okay, yeah.
So let's describe the room first.
Okay, you drew that out, so
Yeah, so when you go in the room, it's basically you have a long room. There's another long hallway to your left, but to your right and like straight ahead of you, extending to the right, is a small kitchenette. And then all around across all of the walls are just row upon rows of shelves with these large tins labeled beans on them. So you just have a kitchen room filled with beans. At the far end of this, far to your right, there's a small table with a man sitting at the table.
you see the man. He's completely bald. He's very heavy set. He's wearing shorts that, look a bit too big on him, even with his large frame. And he's wearing a football jersey. Like, British football, not American.
It's the only football left.
It's the only football left.
So there's someone here in the room. They are at the table with their back to you.
No, like, not to the back to them. It's more like to the side. He's
Well,
like to the
yeah.
side, not like looking at them. No, like completely bald, like head completely shaved, not like collar or
Like if the lights were fully functional, I'd be going blind right now.
Yes.
Yeah. So the lights, it's dim, but I mean, you can see well enough that there's someone over there, and that you're in a kitchen, and someone is at the table in this kitchen.
He's opening one of the big cans of beans, like the family pack cans of beans.
All right, Go ahead, DB.
I was just gonna say, well, unless he's hard of hearing, he probably heard us in the decontamination room, or at the very least, probably heard the big door opening.
He's got earbuds. He's got his AirPods in.
Oh God, he's got his AirPods in. I will hold my action till other people get to do something.
Kara flashes the flashlight on her weapon towards him.
Boy, someone got all brighter. What's it? He looks over. Oi, what's this? And he grabs a cricket bat. I'm just making the worst British stereotypes today. I'm sorry.
He's a hooligan.
He is hooligan. That's what I was trying to go for this, but it's good. I gotta give him a hockey stick, but
Nah, give him a croquet mallet.
Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, croquet mallet.
Croquet mallet. He's got the croquet mallet. He points at you. Oi, you hear from me, beans?
No.
Okay, first off, if you hit me with that, the only thing that's going to break is it. Second, are you sure they're still any good after all this time?
Of course, been in last year.
Huh. Right, well, we're not looking for beans, so you're fine.
Anything weird happening lately?
Other than you're not looking for beans. What else would he be here for? Something with beans.
We're here for a goddamn jamming device, you damn hooligan. But I don't think you know anything about that, so I'm just trying to move on.
Oh, you want to talk to my professor then? I don't think he jams. I think he's more of a jelly guy.
Okay, I'm wrong. You did know something. That's on me.
Well, I'm gonna go this way, and Daniel points down the hallway, and look for the signal jellier. And Daniel
that's what the professor is. He's in the theater.
Theater? This place is a theater?
I mean, it was put together here.
What'd he say?
It was put together here.
It was put together here.
Sorry, I just like that was also in character of just...
I know, he just repeated himself verbatim.
Well, she caught it the second time, so...
So is the theater this way or through the kitchen?
Oh, no, it's over there. Where you're at. Over by the exit.
Kara looks around for a door.
So it's just like where you guys turned right into the kitchen, it's the left leading down the long hallway. It's a simple hallway. It's just a straight shot into a large room, which may be a theater.
Okay,
I
so
think
yeah,
it was a mix-hall.
the way Daniel was walking, gotcha.
I was gonna say, Kara just nods and says, "Later," and turns to go the other way.
They go down the small hall, and you just hear something playing playing. There's a
Can I take this over?
yeah.
Just for a second. You hear not only just like something playing, you hear the flickering of actual film, that old like 30 millimeter tape just whirring.
And as Rick Tier sort of follows in, but just before it goes fully away into the corridor, he looks back. You do realize that everything is fine topside, right? You can leave.
Oh yeah, I know that. It's just I'm gonna pay rent down here.
There's no rent up top either.
That's what they want you to think.
It just sort of blinks and then
Everything has its price up there. Down here, I'm a free man with the professor.
okay, and he just moves on.
Goro also moves on. That sounds like a film rolly roundy.
So you can hear the film rolly around you playing. You see this basically this large like circular room with three people in gray jumpsuits standing over one of them, which is who appears to be wounded. And the woman says, "Breck, come with us. We can heal you wounds." And the man says, "I'm sorry, but some wounds can never be healed. Now you best get to your aircraft before we go." And as
After a
this
moment,
goes-
Kara is just looking at the screen and just says, "I wonder if he's over Macho Grande."
Do I know this one?
it's This Island Earth from the 1950s.
No, that's from Airplane.
Oh God.
Over Macho Grande? I'll never be over Macho Grande.
So the film itself is This Island Earth, and yeah, like over to one side of the room, you see like over to the left, you see a small figure with a spoon and a large cannon in his lap.
What is it with the people around here and beans?
Well,
It's a British thing.
you saw the kitchen. There's not much else in there.
Okay, fair.
The figure turns and says, "Oh, hello there. Can I help you? You're not with the town council, are you?"
Nope, we're from Starfleet.
"Oh, thank heavens. The councilwomen can be most rough. Yes, but how may I assist you? I am well, not really a sir. I am only a doctor. I'm Grayson Wilcott, at your service."
Right, so we're getting a lot of cross-band jamming in the electromagnetic range. I don't suppose you're running an experiment or something that does a lot of radio waves and gamma radiation or anything like that.
"Oh, good heavens, no. I'm an archaeologist. I've been studying, late 20th and early 21st century Earth culture, and it's been quite fascinating to, watch this firsthand and, immerse myself in this experience. I do believe you met my colleague, if you're here, Caleb Paddington. He is quite large."
Yeah, he's kind of hard to miss. Him and his beans.
"Oh, quite good beans. Would you like to try some?"
No thanks, I'm still full from the decon liquid.
I see. So, you say that they're picking up like some kind of jamming. It'd be fascinating if something turned on here. Maybe experiment the Brits were carrying on before the bad times.
Well, on the one hand, I'm surprised anything they have would jam our signals. On the other hand, I'm also surprised anything down here is working.
Yes, we've put in a little bit of effort to renovate the old electronics and power, although things are still quite rustic, as you say. But come, I can show you further. There's a maintenance room down the way. It might be too much to hope that it's the source of the problems, but this way, and the small figure in a trim black suit, just moves around, sets his beans aside, and begins walking through back towards the kitchen.
Carr just looks at everybody else. We trust these people?
Eli responds, we'll have to for now, as he starts to browse the movies. The rolls of film. I had to hold down the thing for him, sorry.
Kevin gives you, just glances over at Eli and says, "Yes, well, one must, do with what they can. Ha 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 ha. Yes, we're all happy and friendly here."
Carr leans in quietly to Eli and just whispers, "And what about him? Do we trust him?"
Again, he's essentially my uncle, yeah. Like, Checkers is kind of my uncle, he's my uncle. Like, Checkers is like family friend uncle, he's family friend uncle. Blame my dad.
You have a very weird family. And with that, she backs up and just kind of resumes her conversational tone with anything else she says.
Setsa says, "I like your family," and she follows along. Give it with a Swisher dress and a regal air to her.
Eli looking through the films. Oh shit, they got American Werewolf in London.
Grace looks over and like, what's this Kung Pao Enter the Fist?
It's Kung Fu.
Daniel decides to also peruse the movies, and one of them seems to catch his eye in particular, and he just kind of grabs it and holds on to it.
You have a movie of some kind in 30mm film, and strange they made Kung Pao Enter the Fist in that, but apparently they did, at least in the UK. But yes, the strange little man, Grayson Wildcott, enters the kitchen and just says, Caleb, oh, we have guests.
Oh no, Professor, that came for me first.
Yes, they're encountering a little bit of trouble. Some of the equipment here might be causing a little trouble upstairs. We must investigate, at least to find out what could be possibly causing this.
Causing issues? They didn't say anything like that. They was asking about jam, and I told you you were Jelly Man.
Jam may have multiple meanings.
Oh, like a door.
I see. At this point, Setsu looks and says, "Okay, so we can assign tasks and group up. So there's engineering stuff there. So that might be Rick. You want to go check out the stuff?"
Yeah.
Off topic for a second. Voltaire's in that.
Yeah, that's rather interesting to see what they've done to keep this place operational, and as well as figure out, what is causing the interference.
The little archaeologist says, "Very good, very good. This way, just through this door. Yes, mind the beans, mind the beans. There's quite a few cans this way." And he leads you into a small, almost looks like a boiler room. Just a lot of pipes. You've got could be a water heater, could be a large oven. It's hard to tell.
It could be It could just be a small fusion reactor. Who knows?
I remember stuff like this. These sorts of bunkers, various species have had them over the years. The funny thing is that, of course, they're full of electrical equipment and mechanical things. So, as I understand it, the local constabulary would have a list of local engineers, and they would go and they would ask them to help. And if they said no, they were arrested and they went along to help anyway.
I mean, if they were asked, my people mostly probably would have just said yes, since it's a community service thing.
So, so you've got a lot of equipment in front of you, Rick. Do you try to make any sense of it?
Yeah, he tries to, where does figure out, just sort of the electrical structure of this, what goes into where, what probably does what, just sort of get an overall picture of the scene before him.
All right, so go ahead and give me an insight engineering roll. And then focuses to absolutely would apply for you on this one.
At this point, Daniel has followed in holding the film cam.
Do we have any momentum? I forgot to check that.
Let's see.
I got
I'm
2
going to say
successes on catch and growl.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and that gives you a momentum.
Okay. I'm gonna take one for an extra dice if that's all right for everyone. With everyone.
Knock yourself out.
Go ahead, my dude.
Okay. 3 successes.
With 3 successes, you realize that there is nothing whatsoever that would be connected to this contraption. It is literally just a water heater and waste reclamation unit. It is connected to the kitchen, and you are able to work out all of the circuitry to it. It's dead simple, easy to repair. Nice bit of engineering. Could be inspirational for doing some refits and Reliant with other systems. But there's absolutely nothing to this piece of equipment.
I mean, it's a water reclamation plant. It's getting water from the kitchen and putting it back into the supplies, but there's nothing here that would remotely suggest capability of what we're seeing above.
You search the rest of the room.
Yes.
All right. Anyone who...
Daniel has gotten an idea, and he knows that the scanners are essentially useless for their normal uses, while the field is up. But Daniel's going to see if he can try and use it essentially like a dowsing rod to see where the jamming signal seems to be stronger. Just like see where the signal's fuzzier versus where it's clearer.
You're not able to get any picture of that right here.
Damn.
So it's basically, there's anyone who wants to take a look around the room, you have a perfectly ordinary sanitation and boiler unit. Is there anything else in the room that's amiss? Go ahead and give me insight, security, or engineering rolls. Anyone who wants to do a search.
Okay.
Would robotics, metalworking, or integrating technology count as a focus?
Integrating technology.
Integrating technology would.
I have information hacking.
Nope.
I have 23rd century Federation technology, which probably would not apply.
Not for this, no.
So that would be 2 successes for me because of the focus.
2 for Kara.
Okay.
2 for Chorog.
1 for Rick.
With 2 successes, okay. Everyone who picks up 2 successes turns in unison to a large section of wall across which you've got some boxes stacked up. But then it looks like there's a large metal plate just covering that wall. It's pretty well integrated, but it looks just sort of neatly set in there. But at the same time, you could say pull it aside.
Hey,
Chorog scans the plate with his visor, with his built-in mask sensors. There's something behind this wall. I'm getting a really weird reading.
Hey guys, watch this. This is neat. Kara walks up to the wall and activates the magnetics on her hands and just kind of sticks her hand to it and just starts pulling.
You start pulling it back. Oh, hold on. Okay, no, you just start pulling this, start pulling the metal plate back, revealing a large, metallic hatch, rusted and a little bit more ominous and imposing in this blackened, rusty steel beyond the metal hatch that looks like it was covered up.
Kara is noticing none of this. She's busy looking back at everybody cool, huh? I got magnetic clamps.
Any inspiration from me?
Let me take a crack at that door.
Kara blinks. Door? She looks over the thing. Oh.
Kara, so you're holding your magnetic hands. You're holding the large metal plate. Do you just set it down now?
I mean, yeah, provided there's any place to set it down. Otherwise, I guess I'll have to go out to the hallway.
All right. You can just set it aside. I was just do your metal hands approach that at all?
I mean, no.
Your
Once she sets
magnet
it down,
hands.
she's
Okay.
just going to turn it off anyway.
Okay,
so unless
sounds
she
good.
passes by Setsa and then Setsa gets stuck to the big piece of metal, which would be funny.
No, we're not going to do that. Something like that yet. So basically, you've got this large metal door. JB, Troy can go ahead and take a crack at it.
And I have mechanical tinkering. Will that apply to that?
Possibly. So just go ahead and give me a insight engineering roll.
Be very surprised if that door's not mechanical. Most things in bunkers are.
If I use that focus, that'll be 2 successes.
Okay, so with 2 successes, you're able to work out. It looks like a pretty simple metal door, and you can try to just yank it. It's going to be seized up, but it should just move just no problem.
Chorog takes a takes a good grip of the seam of the door and starts pulling with everything he has, and the door slowly.
No, hold on. Once you grip it, you get a really strange tingle through your hands.
Oh, wait a minute here. What was it? Something on this door. It's weird.
All right. The door, there's a little bit of like a blue like haze where Chorog was touching it.
Hey, Kara, does it smell like plague in there?
Kara just kind of moves over and checks the glow against what she knows Cherenkov radiation looks like.
What's Cherenkov radiation again?
Cherenkov radiation is a type of light emission from certain nuclear processes. It's a blue glow.
No, it's not that. Okay, so how familiar is Kara with defensive ship technology?
Not really. She's not a weapons officer, so.
Okay.
Yeah, Rick probably would be. He would like notice that that something's going on and check if there's like whether there's some kind of electricity flowing through it. If it's some kind of other overlay, like a shield or something.
So it's not a shield, but knowing like you take it from Starfleet classes and like working on the outside of a hull during like a combat situation, this door has been polarized like hull plating.
This is magnetically polarized. It's a trick that the old the old NX-01 Enterprise used to use before we developed shields.
I'll explain the weird sensation I just picked up off that door.
All right, let's see if I can depolarize it.
All right. If anyone wants to figure out a solution for the door, go ahead and give me if you want to use engineering, insight science for a sciencey solution, insight or security for a more tactical solution.
Kara's too busy backing up after she hears Rick's going to do something about it. There might be an EMP involved.
Uh,
I think we got momentum backs, right? So if we do, then Rick will use a momentum.
Successes.
Would metalworking work?
No.
What about integrating tech? Oh, sorry.
So the problem is with a technology that DB is not familiar with. Because this is from the 22nd century.
It's both after what you're familiar with and before what you're familiar with.
So yeah, it's a specific gap in your knowledge.
Okay. I was thinking of trying to use the useless scanner to try and like wire it into the plate or something. So if that would even be possible to work in some way, integrating technology
So let's go ahead, and we've got 2 successes from Rick, and we've got 2 successes from, let me scroll up, we've got 2 successes from JB, but you've also just got 2 successes, JB, so let's work together on this one. You've got enough successes for a science solution, an engineering solution, and a tactical solution.
Yeah, I did science.
Does anyone want to big brain it and integrate all 3?
Let's do all 3 together, I guess.
All right, yeah, I'm down with that.
Sure.
Eli can help do all 3. He's the captain. He can coordinate.
Can we rewire this scanner into an EMP?
I wouldn't try an EMP. It'd be too unpredictable.
What about a small localized one? It would only have a range of like a couple feet if it's small enough.
You remember the shuttle, Daniel?
Well, yeah, but this time we're actually like building it with a purpose.
Well, we really don't know what's behind there, and I don't want to roast anything that's behind that door.
There could be valuable computer equipment in there.
Well,
let's scan the door and see if it's a positive or negative charge. Then possibly we can send a reverse polarized charge against that field and see if we can't destabilize it and cancel it out.
Well, the scanners aren't up, but I could probably just touch it and tell you which one it is. Kara goes over and just lays a hand on the thing to figure out if it's positive or negative.
It's very positive. Tingly positive.
Kara just kind of takes her hand off and says, "Yeah, that's positive, so it's devoid of electrons."
All right, so positive, so a negative pulse would cancel it out.
That would make sense.
And we do have a supply of electricity here, and as we know, electricity is moving electrons, so we should be able to jury rig a solution here where we can realign the magnetic polarization of the particles.
And we could make a tricorder to emit the pulse.
Where are you guys going to get the power from, though?
Well, there's a wall outlet over there. And hey, can we borrow the magnets off the fridge from the kitchen?
I'm not sure that's going to be powerful enough.
No, you've got a basically for the scale of problem you've got something that looks like advanced technology that's being rigged to like really seize up this door. I don't think just as DM, you're gonna need to get something a little bit juicier.
Well, Trog
I was thinking maybe like electromagnetic stuff. I don't know.
Okay, JB.
Trog does always carry some wide varying yield explosive. You could probably take some parts out of those to build what we need.
I may have an idea if you are all willing to indulge me, Eli says, petting his fox.
Oh, do tell.
It'd probably be
All right.
easier if you didn't look like an old, action movie villain while you did it.
Listen, he's still dressed like David Tennant, too, with the trench coat and all. It's trench coat, the sand. Anyway, he's like, okay, so here's my idea. Kara, you have that magnetic thing you just showed off. And I'm getting to, that part, but you have that. That's part of our things. Chorog, can you scrape some rust off this door and mix it with some aluminum for makeshift thermite? I know, I'm a thermite.
I like the way you think. I can get right on that.
And DB, can you find a way to ground the charge to something else? And my idea is we burn the hinges. Kara, you lock on after this has been grounded, and we just pull it off after the hinges are burned off.
Yeah, okay.
Charles goes over the door, pulls out a large knife, and scrapes some of the rust off the door.
And with the tins of beans, you have plenty of spare aluminum just laying around in the hall with the empty tins.
Kara just collects a couple and brings them back.
So you're able to make the thermite, and just to make things sure things are moving along in reasonable time, you're able to set this contraption up. So, while the door itself has been heavily polarized, the hinges themselves, they're kind of just ground into concrete, and you're able to basically melt around them, getting into the concrete itself holding the door open. And with Kara just basically locked on.
And don't forget to ground the charge too,
Yeah.
Daniel just asked them for an extension cord, plugged it into the wall, and just kind of welded it to the panel.
So you're able to basically you've got the thermite charge, you've got the ability to sort of decouple that door, and you're able to move the current and basically depolarize the system. There's a little bit of a flash from where you plugged in the outlet, but yeah, whatever that was, it's been melted. It's good. The extension cord is a little bit crispy too, but you've been able to basically depolarize the door and also remove it at the same time. And you're able to just pull it off. And when you do, you notice on the back end of the door, there's something that looks like more fairly sophisticated modern Federation technology, just attached to the back side of that door, which undoubtedly was a source of the polaron field or the polarized field.
Kara just kind of shakes the door off and looks back at the professor and is just like, "You and Caleb haven't seen anybody come through here," you said.
No, we ain't seen nobody.
Well, there was the baker lady, but she just made a delivery.
Mighty suspicious of her make a delivery. What did she even deliver? We only got beans.
She delivered us some more beans. And with that, you guys are able to proceed in the next room. And before we get into that, let's take a quick 5-minute break. In the next room, what you find are row upon row upon row in this dim, where the last room is sort of kind of in a in a soft, like yellowed light. This is definitely a deep red, where you just have row upon row upon row of these like pipe-shaped objects with a bit of a, some funny odds and ends. It's hard to see in the shadows. Some longer elements down the line. Who's in here first?
Car or JB would be the obvious choices.
Car and JB, you are in this long.
Yay, pipes.
Oh, look, more pipes.
Daniel shouts down the hatch. Just think of it as a Jeffries tube as he's going about removing the polarizer.
Look, nobody's shooting at us. Could we get one of you eggheads down here? I don't know what this is.
Grawl.
Yeah, I can't make heads or tails of it either.
Grawl, you step in and just taking a look in the light, you're able to pick up one of the piped objects, and it is a Sten gun Mark IV.
See, when you said pipes and things, I was imagining something quite a bit larger.
I was thinking like
Sten
conduiting and pipes and that, plumbing pipes.
Well, the Sten gun is basically, it's shaped like aggressive plumbing.
It looks like a gun pipe.
Let me see that.
Some kind of combustion gun. Got it.
Trog picks it up and puts it in his bag. I'm going to mess with this.
Have you ever met a weapon you didn't like?
No.
Eli
Makes sense.
walks in. Oh, is this an armory? Do they have a Lee Enfield? Dibs on a Lee Enfield.
But the longer objects, Eli, down the hall, have a little bit of a silhouette. They're tantalizing.
Ooh. All right, I'm going over there. I'm getting me a Lee Enfield.
There's Lee Enfields.
I'm shouldering one.
You've
Grab
got
one
a
for
shoulder.
me.
But then,
Okay, I shoulder a second one.
okay, so you're shouldering. Okay, so you
No,
got
I
the
mean like
fox.
it's got like a sling, so I'm
Okay.
like putting it over my shoulder, and I got like 2 on my shoulder now.
So you got 2 on your shoulder, and
Yeah,
you're holding a
on the
fox.
arm. Yeah,
Is a fox in the arm or on your shoulder?
like sort of like a fox like under the arm.
Okay, so you're still holding it. Okay. He's looking around, just like wagging his tail.
Hey, do you see any Brens over there? I need one of those.
Do I see Brens?
Down there a little bit further, but along where you see where the Brens should be, like, there's still some that are intact. But in the faint light, you can see there's a bit more, like, decay, like, not decay, but disruption. Things look to have been, like, broken, thrown around, and you see deep grooves cut into the concrete work around this area.
While they're busy throwing all these names out there, Kara just leans over to Grawl and says, "What language are they speaking?"
I don't know, but those things over there don't look good, and Grawl points in the direction of the deep grooves.
Yeah, probably name of some weapons. I'm not really familiar with them anyway, but the grooves, yeah, they perhaps some kind of scraping movement. And Rick will sort of move closer to have a look at examining them, see if he can identify anything that might be causing them. That might cause them.
you're able to.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, Rick, they just look like claw marks.
Law marks?
Trog puts his hand against it to get a size comparison. Whatever it is, it's pretty big.
Sure, I found EM1s.
Ooh, give me one.
I'm getting one. I'm slinging those over my shoulders, though.
Grawl walks over and compares them to his own claws, and like, can he like tell anything from like how big the claws are and what they might be from?
You can't tell what they're from, but they big.
Kara just looks over. Could it be a Gorn?
I think it might be bigger than a Gorn.
After coming down the hatch, seeing the claw marks that everyone's talking about, Daniel just kind of pokes his head back up and wants to ask the professor, "Hey, have you had any pest problems lately?"
He looks over and it's like, "Well, I thought Caleb was originally a large mouse, but we got that sorted. Yes, the basic items in the kitchen were well accounted for."
No noises in the walls or anything?
No.
I thought they were just using the bog was just going bad.
Okay, well, just in case, maybe make sure one of you guys keeps an eye on hatch here while we're down there.
We come with you.
Are we sure about that?
Yeah, we expanded the real estate.
Okay.
We just doubled the size of our holding.
Think of it this way. Think of it this way. We're checking it out for you, and then assuming there's nothing that can cleave you in twain, we'll come back and tell you about it.
Oh, you just want to take all the things down here. I see your big fancy pants Doctor Who man grabbing all the guns. Some of these guns are mine, you know. He points to one. That one's mine too. It's an artillery piece, not like a big one. It's more like an in-place tank.
Yeah.
Like a tank emplacement. Anti-tank emplacement, yeah.
Like
a field gun, that's
Yeah,
right.
it's a 22-pounder.
Well,
You're not taking field guns.
So basically at this point, Caleb is pushing the professor along. You're all in the room together, and where there's the claw marks and stuff, there's just a large double door beyond that.
the boss room. Sorry.
Yeah. You think you can speak security to them so that they turn their attention to the claw marks instead of the guns?
Like,
Kara just looks back. Big monster through door. Fight
I
time.
acknowledge that. That's why I'm getting gun.
Charles arms his mag rifle. Let's get to it.
Uncle D, look at the claw marks. You probably know more about this.
I see. Could be. Oh, it couldn't be here. I killed them all. Killed them too, and I'm a bit flummoxed because everything I know that might be able to cause this are dead. I've been quite thorough these past while.
Well, I've been dead for the last few thousand years, according to history. So,
Few hundred.
sorry, last few hundred years. Sorry, I can never remember what
You were a-
year it is
How long?
when we're playing. So,
Yeah. Kevin leans close to Daniel and says, "You wouldn't happen to be a kindred of Cain, would you?"
what, the biblical guy?
No, nothing. So, yes, the door over there. Let me take a look for you, unless one of you kind souls would like to open it up.
I say let him go first.
So, Kevin strolls over, opens the door, and says, he thrusts it open with just magnificent force. He's a strong guy, but you didn't quite anticipate him being this strong to just body those two double doors open. He says, "Oh shit!" As you hear some a little whirring, like an electronic sound, and beyond there is there's a 22-pounder field artillery gun. This is where the ammo is being stored for it, and something is beeping.
This sounds like some kind of trap, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it is a fight or flight reaction. Someone has rigged artillery shells to explode.
Eli is pulling Daniel.
What?
It's a proximity sensor.
All right,
Wait.
everyone, go ahead and give me daring security rolls.
Oh yeah, I was going to. I missed what Nick did, but
Let's keep it going. Daring security rolls from everyone. Complication range 17.
2 successes for Kara.
Oh no.
Oh, no successes for Rick.
Give me a second. I'm having to do this on my phone.
so the door is opened and we just see this cannon pointed at
No,
us.
not a cannon.
It's just like the ammo store.
Yeah, the ammo storage. It's just lots of artillery shells, and you heard someone beeping, and Eli shouted, "Run!"
I am.
Okay.
I'm re-rolling that. Oof.
No,
I'm
we're
pretty sure-
good. We're good.
What do you mean we're good? That's bad. That's really bad.
Well, it's not going to be catastrophically bad.
I'm still re-rolling that. I have Daniel and a fox to save.
Oh, the fox. Okay, you need to re-roll for the
Roll
fox.
the
I got to roll
success.
for the fox. I did not get a success. No.
No, Nick didn't.
I know. Why is he saying he's got to save
pushing you
Daniel?
along, too. He's putting himself in a situation where he's getting a major complication while pulling you along.
There we go.
Okay.
Much better.
Okay, yeah, that's good. So I don't have to pull magic out for the fox. All right. So basically, Kevin's able to slam the door shut, but I mean, there's still a big explosion, and the ground beneath you starts to sway and rock, and there's just a lot of confusion, a lot of stuff flinging around, guns. Grawl, you get smacked in the back pretty hard by one of the Bren guns just being tossed around by just the seismic forces that are rocking this place.
Oof.
So, Rick, the same happens to you as well, but you take a Sten gun to the noggin. It's not a good hit, and everyone starts tumbling down and down into the darkness as the floor, like the explosion was more or less contained, but it just apparently probably blasted down into the foundations, and yeah, like whatever infrastructure you see has been blasted through, and who knows what other cave systems might be a part of this, and the group just descends into the darkness, crying out. And you hear Kevin shout out, "Damn you, not another 99p store!" Oof. You land in the darkness to hear tinkering rubble and the occasional falling gun. Everyone's free to look around.
Kara does the Data thing where she just sits up without looking like she's been hurt at all and just picks up her rifle and swings the flashlight around to see what's around.
After making sure I don't have any broken limbs or ruptured organs, Daniel also sits up and tries to look around.
Does Squirrel have any serious injuries thanks to the complication? Okay, so no serious injuries, just ouchie. In that case, Squirrel slowly gets up from probably under Kara.
Yeah,
oh no, if you're getting up under Kara, you have serious injury. She weighs about a ton.
Okay,
yeah, you're underneath Setsa, so yeah, it's squishy. There's like the sound of something jingle, like it's something like maybe plastic or metallic, and then you're free. You're free. Kara, you see that you're with Chorog, Graves, Grawl, and Setsa in a small cavern.
Kara just looks up and says, "Daniel, are you still up there?"
Daniel, you hear something that faint, but it's not recognizable from where you are. We'll get to you where the rest of everyone is in just a moment.
Yeah, I've said my piece.
Huh?
Charg and Grawl, you're also with them, Grave and Setsa.
Chog picks himself up, dusts himself off. I'm gonna feel that in the morning.
Why aren't you feeling it right now?
It's just how I am.
It's all adrenaline.
It's the venom. Venom wear off in the morning, and I'll definitely feel this.
Oh, and last as a reminder, Caleb is also with you. So you've got the big gruff guy.
Oh no, White Arcane. No.
All right.
Kara just looks over at Caleb and says, "Hey, look, see, we're nice. We just expanded the property for you."
Oh yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I think I might put a beer cellar down here. People always talk about wine cellar, beer cellar. That's even better. Think of all the dirty points I could have down here.
Yeah, beer. But you know what would be great? A way out.
I mean, Kara looks at the wall to see if it's climbable.
Like, it doesn't look climbable, but there is a way out ahead. You are in a cavern. Like, below you is, like, blasted with rubble. Above, it's a long and complex climb. And the way ahead looks a little bit easier to traverse.
Well, we could try and climb up, or we could go over there. I vote we go over there.
I say we check out my new holdings.
And with that, the group proceeds. We cut over to the second group. This consists of Eli, Kevin, the archaeologist Grayson Wilcott, Daniel, and Rick.
As we cut over, Daniel is in the middle of seeing if the scanner will work, seeing if the tricorder will work down here. Maybe the signal isn't.
More jamming.
Yeah. At this point, Daniel just tosses the tricorder behind him onto the ground.
Rick is just
Hey,
sort of
property. Eli says, picking it up.
Rick is just sort of massaging his forehead with his hand.
Is
Uh,
is everyone okay?
Where is everyone else?
They may have fallen somewhere else. I believe there's this could be quite a complex system. There's a way out ahead, and, oh dear.
How would you know? This room explode often?
No, I've studied some of the, cave systems around here because, you never know what might have been, used by the people during the wars. Got the formal installation, but there could be informal installations that have yet to be discovered.
Well, we saw the claws up there. They could have been made after the place was built.
Oh dear, yes, the claws. Forgot about those.
Something just occurred to me. Why didn't we scan the claw marks for DNA?
Because the
'Cause we can't
scanners
scan
don't
anything.
work.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
No scan work.
Well, we could have taken a sample at least. Oh well, we'll cross that. We'll burn that bridge when we get to it.
If worst comes to worst, we can back to it once we deal with whatever's causing this interference. But in the meantime, hopefully, maybe we can discover it while down here. At least, if not ahead, we can find a way out.
Let's see.
At this point,
Yeah.
Daniel just sighs and reaches down to pick up some kind of pistol from the floor.
It's a smashed Webley.
Are all the guns broken?
Not mine.
Not yours, no. But there's a man with a gun collection. There's a lot of just junk around you, things that have just been smashed and exploded.
Forget Eli still got the. Ooh.
So you could ask for a gun from the man who has many.
I
No.
don't know. Just...
Okay, so let's go ahead and keep moving along. So the way ahead of you leads to a large bit of rubble. You see some miscellaneous piping sticking out from possibly junk, possibly whatever else was here before this particular cave-in. And you guys have the obstacle of just moving the stuff. And you've got Rick, DB, Kevin, and the small archaeologist and Eli.
I've got a pretty good fitness. We don't really have anything too technological to assist in terms of gravity manipulation, grav lifts, all that kind of thing, so it'll just be hard work.
Oh, yes. Big muscle.
Sorry, you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Kevin steps up and just says, "Yes, big muscle. Rick, you look like a strapping individual. Eli, you've been doing good as well. Grayson, might want to stand back. And then, I don't know what's beneath that spacesuit, but Daniel, if you'd like to prove yourself a man, let us get to digging."
I was actually going to say, I guess I should have gone first. Daniel's going to say, unfortunately, I didn't think to bring any of my equipment or my suit with me on vacation.
Oh, okay. So what are you wearing on vacation?
Casual uniform, the one with the sweater top kind of.
Okay, and Kevin says to you, and then Daniel, you stand back, protect our dear archaeologist friend from any rocks we throw in our exuberance. Right, pick up the stone, this accursed stone that blocks our passage, and you hear Glug crack, and he falls over backwards.
Uncle D, you broke your back again.
It's fine. It's just the chiropractor. It's just there's still a dog. You know not to trust him after all this time.
Chiropractors aren't real doctors, Uncle D.
Suppose. And then
You don't go to a shopping mall for a medical procedure.
And at this point, we'll cut back over to the other group, and you hear a little bit of flowing water ahead of you, a little bit just beyond, and you've got there's a little bit of light far ahead, but first you got to just navigate your way around some rocks, kind of like sitting within a flowing underground river of uncertain depth.
Is this a good time to mention that Underground rivers and water-filled caves are some of the most dangerous places in the entire universe.
Setsa says, no.
Too bad. It's true.
A lot of danger's gonna keep them out.
I'm
It's my
wearing,
inner sanctum.
I'm wearing things with lots of drag. Please do not let me fall into the water.
A little dangerous fun's good for you.
Okay. Okay. Let's work this out. Do I? Okay, you're gonna throw me or just carry me? Okay, so someone just get me over this, please.
Kara just kind of steps down into the water and just kind of hangs off the edge and tries to see if her feet will touch the bottom.
It's ankle deep.
Oh, well, unknown depth, and now we know.
So yeah, it's just
Kara just stays ankle deep and says, I don't think you need to worry about this one. Let me cross real quick. Everybody follow me, unless I disappear underwater, then take a different path.
and everyone's able to proceed apace. You step out into a large cavernous space, but the roof above you has been, well, there's signs of tiling. It's a large cylindrical space with a catwalk from which you emerge. You hear rubble being shifted aside and a voice shouting, yes, good strategy, good pickup. Eli, that is a good. You must watch your back. Do not end yourself like me. As the other group begins to tunnel their way through into the space that you're emerging into, which appears to be an old subway tunnel.
Hey, what a wild goose chase. Okay, so now we've got obviously two directions, and Kara points down both ends of the subway tunnel. Hello?
No, okay, so we're just having a little discussion here.
Gotcha.
So at this point, the group has the group reconnected.
Yes, the group is reconnected at this point. You're merging out into the light for the Kevin group, and then the Kara group has emerged with soggy ankles. You are now back together after being separated, with some boo-boos and bruising, but you're together once more. In a large subway tunnel. Lots of darkness, but a little bit of lights here and there.
A tube station. I didn't think this area had tubes.
I don't think this is a station. This is just a tunnel. This is just tunnel. This is all tunnel. There's a hole over there, but the rest of this is just tunnel. Eli
Let's
gets
follow
down
the
on.
tunnel.
He looks at the rails. These are ancient, even for 21st century standards.
At this point, as the group is starting to get across, you start to hear a little something down below, something, and then there's a light coming through one of the tunnels.
That's definitely a sign of power.
It's getting closer.
Something's coming.
Get off the tracks, guys. Train's coming.
So as you get off the tracks, there's something coming, but it's like blue and ethereal. It passes by. It's like, it's weird. It doesn't seem quite like a train. Graves tosses a rock and it just passes straight through, and he's like, that's a hologram. Someone's still trying to mess with us, Ben.
Why is it always
that's a hologram. It's a
trains?
ghost. Yeah, see, he knows.
It's always ghost trains, specifically. Why can't it ever be a ghost car or a ghost plane? Ghost ships sometimes, but it's...
Then, as you proceed along, there's a bit of another hole in the wall. This one, though, it's like, well, you're in a big tunnel, but this seems to be tunneled through, bored through, and you see more claw marks at the margins of this. It looks like something dug its way through, or perhaps dug its way out.
This like a machine combination of organic and machine. Some creature came here after this tunnel was bored out.
Well, if I were a giant mole creature and I found a giant tunnel that was dug for me, I'd probably move into.
Kara just starts marching down the tunnel, keeping her weapon level.
Yeah, Rick has his phaser out as well.
You proceed down the tunnel. You're proceeding along and along. Setsu just calls out as you're proceeding. Is it too much to hope that this is just like English John, like at British tardigrade?
I mean, that's not too much to hope. But at this point, we're finding more monstery stuff, and we still haven't dealt with the jamming.
And you sort of keep going, and like eventually the tunnel opens up into cavernous space. There's a little bit of natural light pouring through. Looks like just some slit in the rocks that may have been carved out, may have just been a lucky accident of natural formations. And there's, well, some columns and some marble, and it looks like there's ruins, but considerably older than what you found in the priory. It looks to be, Grawl would recognize this as Roman. There's some that are, well, looks like, that fell where they lay, but others have been propped up and put into some semblance of order, perhaps not original order, but something that's just been moving, or someone who's been working on this place a little.
Can I sense any time fuckery?
What was that?
Can I sense any time fuckery? Because so far we've got
No time fuckery. It's just like some weird ruins and burial and.
Some of
Okay,
this
because
stuff
so
looks.
far we've got like 3 different eras, or like 4 different eras, all in the same complex.
Well,
So-
they get buried one on top of each other. That's the idea here.
Yeah, that's go to any like ancient settlement. That's how everything happens. People build on top of everything else. Hey, look, Roman stuff.
And as everyone's looking around, like it's a pretty weird thing. But then you notice like there's something like moving around, like towards the top, and you see towards the ceiling. Some of what's holding this stuff up seems to be, well, biological and tentacly. It's kind of like goo, but like well in place. But at the same time, it seems to be holding the pillars and stuff.
Kara shines the light up at it to get a better look.
It's tan, and at the far end of the room, it seems to be, well, almost like looks to be like a large chair behind which is a picture painted on this limestone rock behind of some kind of, well, looks to be an ocean, but of a slightly limey green.
I don't like this.
Daniel just starts to walk away.
Do you walk back through the tunnel?
That's the idea. Daniel does not want to become biomass for some kind of Brindlewood Bay creature.
So, standing at the far back of everyone is Grayson Whittlecott. He is standing before the tunnel, light behind him, and he says, "Oh dear, this is, well, most unfortunate. I was not expecting you to proceed so directly to this place. It is quite interesting, wouldn't you say?"
I mean, that depends on your definition of interesting.
And the light from the subway, the tunnel, begins to fade, but it's because the form of Grayson is growing, becoming more massive and muscular. And
Bit airy.
bit hairy as well. Setsa looks over and says, is stranger danger?
Hey, Caleb, I think your friend, the good professor, is going a little apeshit.
What?
Daniel just...
Professor?
I'm sorry, dear Caleb, but, well, when I first found you, in the ditch, I, did not want it to come to this, but I can always find another. And, he grows into the shape of a large beast of dog-like persuasion, perhaps wolf-like persuasion, a wolf man, a werewolf, as you will.
Goro points. Hey, that's a werewolf. I think something like that happened on like one of those that ship called the Cerritos or something. There was like a paper on it.
No, that was the night in Airland.
Kara looks
Yeah.
over at Eli. Can I shoot, or do I have to wait for him to attack us first?
It's a werewolf. I'm pretty sure you can shoot.
Okay, so everyone go ahead and just give me a, let's do the equivalent of trying to, like, roll for inertia, initiative. So go ahead and give me a daring security roll. And let's just go with the most number of successes goes first.
Kara's got one.
Rick's got one.
JB just got 3.
I got 2. Yeah, Daniel's just sighing and just it's like, of course.
The first one is for Caleb. I'm also going to roll Eli. Caleb's involved in this. Well, they got the same. It's fine.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's beaten JB. Or Chorog, rather.
Just excuse me a moment. I'm writing down the order.
So far, it seems to be Chorog, then Daniel, then I guess ascending order of who got the lowest numbers.
And to keep it simple, Graves is just going to be guarding Setsa, so he's like, yeah, we're not going to move them into combat as well.
Oh, there's Eli.
Oh, what did Eli get?
He also got a 1.
Okay. His first number. Okay, so 7, you're right behind Rick. And there we go. So, Chorog, you're up first. You got a werewolf getting angry. What do you do?
Take aim where its heart ought to be and charge up my rifle to full power and let it rip.
And which rifle is this?
Maglev?
Or, yeah, the railgun from Trident?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead and give me a control security. 1 success, 1 complication. You fire, and, yeah, you're able to... You connect. Deals damage, but the round keeps going and hits one of the pillars. The base crumbles, and the pillar starts falling towards you. Go ahead and give me a fitness security roll.
Okay.
No successes! Well, you're not crushed, because that would be difficult to run with. You do tumble out of the way, and, well, you're not in a good position for your next shot. You're going to take a 2 complication penalty on that one. That would leave us next with Daniel. Daniel, you got werewolf, and let's just say you were able to scavenge one of the guns from just while everyone else is working. So you have a firearm.
Oh, is it so? It's not crushed.
Yeah, well, because I wanted to give you something here, and you probably didn't bring a gun with you. So
Yeah, no. Daniel didn't bring anything with him. This was supposed to be.
yeah. So I realized that. So yeah. So you do have a Webley revolver with ammunition.
Okay. Daniel decides to get some distance, but Daniel's gonna hop over the pillar that was just knocked over and use it for cover, and then so it's basically 2 werewolves, one the bipedal
No.
type, one the dog type.
No. It's one dude. One dude turned into a werewolf.
And it's the bi.
Oh wait, so is it the professor that turned?
Yeah,
or...
the professor. The professor turned into an archaeologist. Caleb is human. He is ready for combat.
Okay, for some reason I thought I remembered you describing him as like growing in size, and then you're describing
that was the professor.
transforming.
That was the professor. So we've got one.
Okay. I just missed who was growing at the time. Okay. And Daniel's gonna shoot at the professor, and you know what? I might as well. I'm gonna use my talent, Walking Encyclopedia, to immediately gain additional focus in sharpshooting for the rest of the session, but it's gonna be done with an increased complication range of 1.
Yay! Go ahead and give me a shot.
So that's control security or
Control security.
Okay.
You are steadying aim and firing. You're not throwing the gun.
Unfortunately, I only have 2 in security, so that is not...
1 success. You're able to just you're trying to like aim at a vulnerable point, around the face, but you take a shot, you hit him in the shoulder. There's a splat, but it doesn't seem to be doing that much damage.
All right. Well, I've shot at it. I've took cover behind the pillar that Chorog knocked over. After shooting, Dana's just gonna duck down and try and get out of view.
At this point, the werewolf grabs a fragment of pillar and throws it towards Eli.
Oh boy, Eli's gotta be light on his feet. He's gotta dodge.
Dodge! Okay, go ahead and give me a daring security roll.
But a moment. Are you sure I can't command?
No.
Damn, okay.
You are finessing to do a dodge.
What about fitness?
You can do fitness.
Okay, fitness would be better. Okay.
Yeah, that would just be flaunting yourself. Now successes. At this point, like again, you're bonked by it because you're able to move out of the way, but it's still like, you get like a good hit on the shoulder. It's gonna bruise pretty darn heavily. But yeah, it's not a good hit. You've been whacked in the shoulder by a big rock.
Does this mean nothing to me?
So at this point, Kara, you are next up.
Kara just takes the General Terminator pose with their rifle held, at the hip, and she just fires at him.
Okay, and this is a railgun too?
Yep, this is a railgun too.
Yeah. Give me the shoots. The control of the security.
No successes,
Yes.
I miss.
Wow, that's 4 18s in a row.
All right, next up is...
I got it right here. It's
Trick me.
Next up is Rick. Rick.
Okay, I'm just going to quickly scan if I can use the environment somehow.
Interesting.
Cut the biological material so one of the pillars falls on the werewolf, for example.
So what you notice about the biological material is that it's sort of like holding the pillars up for sure. So maybe you'll be able to like hit some of that off and then cause the pillars to fall in a particular direction. You need a good shot, but it would make a big smush.
Okay, I'm going to use my determination to get two crit success to get a crit success on this. Knowledge and its careful application can solve anything. That's a value I'm using, and going to try doing a roll.
So this would be control security to do the pod shot. You've already got your crit, so it is succeeding. Question of, do you have any more other complications or more successes?
So it is control and security, so total of 15. Another 2 successes.
With 4 successes, you're able to basically time it so while the werewolf is stepping forward to do his throw, you've already shot out one of the sets of biomatter holding up the pillar, which causes it to fall directly towards the werewolf, hitting the werewolf pretty darn hard. There's a big thunk, a crunch, and everything's still for a moment before the pillar begins to move again. And the werewolf stands, but considerably damaged. Its form haphazard and irregular. And, he's having a little bit of trouble maintaining it. It's just misshapen, gooey, and the boss has 4 HP left. Next up is Eli.
all right. Eli is going to pull the funny thing from under his coat that he had mentioned before. Mentioned having. He's pulling the Uzi from his coat. Everyone had forgotten that. He's just been keeping it there. He's going to rush up and just full auto.
Okay, go ahead and give me control security and then complication range 19.
Like I said, he's just mag dump.
Okay, so you mag dump into it.
Mag dump.
Do you have a focus in firearms?
Well, my security is 2, not 3, so, but no, my combat focus is with the dance fighting.
Okay.
I'm not using my.
Well, you mag dump into it, and it's still doing quite a lot of damage. While this thing is standing up and just in a misshapen form, part of it werewolf, just part of it something weird and alien. You're able to deal more damage, so getting this down to 3. Now, who's next on the list?
Let me. Matrix, sort of.
Arcane, you are next.
Okay, does Grohl know anything useful from his studies of xenoanthropology, xenoarchaeology, and mythohistory, all of which are focuses?
Well, yeah, so basically at this point, like, the archaeology here just seems to be maybe something it's attached to, something it's just basically latched onto it as a curiosity. As you see it just trying to, like, regain form into a werewolf, you notice just something weird about the anatomy, some, like, particular twitches and just moments of it having a particular form, especially around the tail. And this seems to be, to you, something that would have also come up in Starfleet security briefings. This looks to be an Undine changeling, an Undine shapeshifter. Species 8472.
Growl points at the shifting. I think it's a Undine.
I think you might be right.
Graves just calls out, "Burn it with fire, everything we got."
Wait, how is Graves not on the initiative list?
He's just protecting Setsa.
Ah, okay.
Also, is there, should I do a roll for Guarl to hold himself back from launching in full like crazy?
Okay, so yeah, go ahead and give me a control command. You feel a little bit of the bitey tendency, but you're able to hold yourself back. As next up is Caleb.
Oh boy. Caleb is going to get a running start, bringing the croquet hammer back and then swinging it up past his feet, then back up, like swinging it down past his feet, back up right into the jaw of the Undine / werewolf / his former friend.
Okay, so go ahead and give me a daring security, which for Caleb, let's say, would be a 15. It's something in his wheelhouse, but go ahead and also have it. He's going to have a focus in this, so crit range 5.
Any comp?
Yes, 18.
A focus in brute force.
Focus in smashing with mallet.
It's a focus in hooliganry. Oh no, this fits well. This fits well. As you're able to smash that in, and bring that hammer down and deal a little bit of damage, bringing it back up to 2 HP, down to 2 HP. You're grabbed by this creature. He grabs Caleb and says, "You are but a pawn that helps me in my noble purpose. You will be like the others. You will burn." And at this point, we shift back over to that. Caleb was the end of the list, or who do we? Yeah, Caleb was the end of the list. Give me a second to get it back.
Okay, Chorog. Caleb is in trouble. There's an Undine changeling there. What you do?
Well, let's see. Since he's got someone, lobbing a grenade's probably not a good idea.
You could go for close range combat. You can go for melee combat.
Charles going to go for melee combat. He's going to try to hack this thing down.
Okay. What do you have? Do you have a sword with you?
I have 2 knives.
Okay. Go ahead and just give me the daring security roll.
Okay.
With 2
There we
successes.
And Chorog has a focus in hand-to-hand combat.
All right. Let's go ahead and for the dramatic finale, you're able to basically, with your 2 knives, wrench both of these things' arms off. It reels back, trying to regain its form, reform its arms as biomatter is spewing about. This thing staggers back, and Daniel, you've got a line, you've got a shot, you've got a Webley revolver and a giant monster in front of you. Go ahead and take the final shot. Your
Aim for the head.
Absolutely. Your focus applies. Sharpshooting absolutely does.
It's Daniel's, yeah, and I'm going to spend use my determination to also get the perfect opportunity.
All right, you've got your automatic crit. So now, go ahead and give me the rest of the roll. 1 success, bringing you up to 3 total, and you're able to shoot it basically right in the perfect spot. As this thing is trying to reform, trying to get its hold together, there's some neural cluster that you're able to just get a sense of. And in this, you feel a little bit of a sense around you, something smiling deep in the dark, something you may have felt on Trident. But here, well, you've got your revolver, and you have done a great service to your fellows and to the country. As the Undine falls back dead.
Uncle D, what the fuck? Why didn't you do anything?
My back hurts.
And
You
I
see him
believe at this
sprawled on the floor with a sword in hand. He tried to get up at some point, but he just fell down. He was incapacitated.
Here, I thought the drugs you did just made you ignore that.
I think at this point we're supposed to say something along the lines of "for Queen and Country."
God save the monarch. I haven't paid attention to what we have right now.
God save the king.
Queen, yes. I don't know.
They're both.
Oh.
So with that, you're able to basically, well, you've got a dead Undine.
He's got a point there. WE increases complication.
Yeah, so
revolver explodes in hand, I guess.
No, it jams up.
It's a revolver. Revolvers can't jam.
The cylinder.
Oh,
something
okay.
something might have gone playing. So for your complication, Daniel, the revolver will need repair. So if you want to use it in the future, you will need to get it serviced from someone on Reliant.
You know, Daniel's at this point. Daniel's just gonna throw the revolver at the corpse of the thing. Just starts yelling, "I'm sick of this fucking shit! The Starfleet shenanigans! What the fuck?" And then he storms out of the ruins back into the tunnel.
Charles bends down, picks up the Webley.
Dang it, he got it first. All right. I'm gonna find this jammer.
It doesn't take long to find. Just behind the chair, there's a strange device. It looks like it's partially made out of biomatter, partially integrated with Starfleet technology. Odds are it's the jammer.
You
It
know the
looks
funny thing
delicate.
about all this?
What's
If
that?
Undine hadn't bothered jamming all these signals, we never would have come down here.
That is very true. He says, as Eli says, as his fox comes up with a grenade from the armory in its mouth, Eli pets it, takes the grenade, and just sticks it in the biomass.
Yeah.
Pulls the pin and just starts walking away with his fox.
And Kevin calls out, I said he would bring you aid. He would aid you in a time. Very good, little. Your son, Eli, treasure him. And he passes out from the pain.
I
Trouble.
go over and inject him.
Charles does a double take. Wait, you got a pet that fetches grenades? I want one.
And boom! The grenade goes off.
And the jamming signal is lifted, and basically you've got, one hell of a report to write up, because as Starfleet is worried about changelings from the Dominion, and the fact that DS9 was taken over by Jem'Hadar from the Dominion War, you found an Undine infiltrator in the depths of Norfolk, doing who knows what in preparation for who knows what as well.
Sometimes I feel like you never know who you really know. Damn you, Professor.
Kari just taps her comm badge and says, Gianrani to Reliant. Beam me back to the shuttle. I have repairs to do.
And with that, folks are able to get to repairs, get to, taking care of things, showering, taking care of business, and that's our episode for tonight. So I'd like to thank everyone for joining us on this adventure, and soon we will get to, the meat of things, taking back DS9.
Woo!
We only have
do want
3 more sidetrack missions to go.
I do want to do one little epilogue scene. Daniels goes into the holodeck and he finds a program just labeled. He finds a program, sets it. It's just a simple room with a projector. He sets up the film. He opens up the can of film that he brought back from down there. And he decides to play the movie, and
It's Shrek, I'm kicking your ass.
the black and white movie Metropolis begins to play, and for the first time, pretty much since all the shenanigans started, he finally manages to relax.